In 2024, a church in South Carolina found itself at the center of a media storm. The spotlight was not on a miracle or a community outreach, but on the mysterious death of Mica Miller, the young wife of Pastor John Paul Miller, better known as JP. This case is a harrowing mix of alleged abuse, infidelity, and unanswered questions, leaving a trail of grief and confusion in its wake. It all began with a sermon. In what should have been a regular Sunday service, Pastor JP made a comment that would later haunt the congregation. "One day I'm going to preach about getting rich, strong, healthy, and finding a hot wife that loves Jesus." The congregation's response was uneasy laughter, possibly because the pastor was already married. But this was more than just an awkward joke. It was an ominous sign of the storm brewing beneath the surface. Just a few weeks after that sermon, Mica Miller was found dead, face down in a marsh in North Carolina, far from her home in South Carolina. The circumstances surrounding her death were immediately suspicious. Mica, who was 14 years younger than her husband, had reportedly been preparing to leave JP, with whom she had a tumultuous relationship. The exact timeline of her disappearance remains unclear, but what is known is that she was last seen alive on April 23, 2024. The controversy deepened when, just 4 days after Mica's body was discovered, reports surfaced of Pastor JP being seen drinking at a bar with another woman, allegedly his mistress. This revelation fueled public speculation about his involvement in Mica's death. Mica's family began speaking out, revealing that she had expressed fears for her safety before her death. In one chilling statement, she allegedly told her siblings, "If I end up with a bullet in my head, it was JP. These concerns were not without basis. Mica's family reported 4 instances of GPS trackers being found on her vehicles in the months leading up to her disappearance. They also alleged that Pastor JP had been abusive and manipulative throughout their marriage, accusations that JP has vehemently denied. The investigation into Mica's death has been complicated and at times contentious. While the cause of death was initially unclear, Mica's toxicology report showed no signs of drugs or alcohol in her system, ruling out certain causes of death, but not dispelling the suspicion of foul play. Adding to the complexity is the legal battle over Mica's name and assets. Pastor John Paul Miller has fought to have court records sealed, a move that Mica's family has opposed, arguing that transparency is crucial in seeking justice. These legal maneuvers have only added to the public's suspicion of JP's motives. Meanwhile, Mica's family continues to advocate for her, pushing for further investigation and accountability. They have been vocal about their dissatisfaction with how the case has been handled, both by law enforcement and the legal system. Their fight has drawn national attention, shining a light on the broader issues of domestic abuse and the treatment of women in religious communities. As of now, the case remains open, with many questions left unanswered. Was Mica's death a tragic accident, or was it the result of foul play? Did JP's relationship with his wife truly deteriorate to the point of violence, or is he the victim of a smear campaign by those who disapproved of his behavior? These are the questions that linger as the investigation continues and the legal battles rage on. Mica Miller's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the complexities and dangers that can lurk behind closed doors. It's a tale of love turned toxic, of a community grappling with the loss of one of its own, and of a family's relentless pursuit of the truth. As the investigation unfolds, the hope remains that justice will be served, and Mica's memory will be honored with the answers she and her family deserve.